Good morning, God's eagle eyes. How are you today? This morning, or this afternoon, or this evening? It is Thursday, and it's after 8 o'clock a.m. I'm in Carrollton, Georgia, an hour from Atlanta. I'm not gonna hold you long, and this is the 17. Yeah, 17th. Okay, okay. Well, this is 2024, October. We got 2 more months in this year. You all, whatever you're gonna do, go on and do it now. Just do it now. Start now, okay? Don't wait till next year. Start now. Reinvent yourself. You know, just start off with the simple things. That's all, because that's what I did. I want to give you a survival mode tips, and it's not much, but I was just led to tell you that like toilet tissue. When you're at the grocery stores, like here in Ingles, we have in Carrollton, Georgia, we have an Ingles, and you have the Scott. I guess it's the Scott, and it's like over 1,000 some sheets, and they're 95 cents. You get that one roll, and compare it to the Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree that has it for $1 and something for 4 rolls. No, that um one big roll that is 95 cents will last you if you by yourself. It lasts. I think I had mine a whole 3 weeks or so. But even if it's the family, of course you go to Costco or whatever and get the whole. You know how you get in past. But I guess I'm talking. Single, retired, um, disability, stay at home, or whoever that works in alone, and they're single and by themselves, or you and a child, single mom, or just you and your husband, or sibling together, 2 siblings or whatever. That 95 cent big old roll at a regular grocery store is better than the little 4 rolls that you would get at Dollar Tree, because I used to get them at Dollar Tree and they just go by so fast. But and another way, another tip, survival mode, that like when you urinate, I don't use tissue after I finish. I just make sure I disinfect my stool after I flush it and everything, and just take. I have a wash up towel, body towel rather. Then I have a face towel for my face, okay? And then then you have a big towel to dry yourself with. But yeah, so I take my body towel and I rinse it out, and put the little body wash on it and wipe myself off. That's why I say um I always keep myself fresh. Or you wear use your little wipes. That's what they're for. The wipes that they got now. So, but if you don't have wipes, I just use my towel to freshen up. Then if you do the number 2, of course you use tissue and everything. Just be careful so you won't stop at the stool. Make sure you have a stopper. But anyway, you flush as you go. It's traumatizing when you walk in there, and men. I'm sorry, but it seems like when men or young men or whoever seems like the men every time they use the bathroom, it just stuff splattered everywhere, and it's just like when you say you live in the house with men and they leave this toilet seat up. It's the when they do number two splatter for me. Oh man. So anyway, after you do number two and you wipe good, or you can use your wipes. But if you want to save money, you out of wipes. The wipes are good for on the go, or when you on a trip on driving on the road. Always have your own toilet tissue, honey, and your wipes. And when you also go out the country and wherever you at, like I heard when they're in the Philippines or wherever they go to, like a hotel, they are people always bring their own toilet tissue. Okay, so I always keep an extra roll or two of toilet tissue in your vehicle as well. So after you do number two, this is what I do. After I clean myself up and everything, and I don't use wipe, I just use my body towel, put my body wash on there, and just freshen myself, wash up real good, real good. So I was seeing that some of the young people, they were speaking of us 50 and older, how we was quitting our jobs because, well, really you're supposed to start it in your 20s, or, to start having a backup system, because we don't even know if we're going to live to be 50 and all of that stuff. And they were saying, I know the older people were talking about quitting their job, but honey, don't quit your job. You be ready to, die, whatever, if you do quit your job and don't, I understand what the younger people, but I got a message for everybody, young, old, whatever. Um, Start living within your means and stop living over your means. See, I learned from YouTube research that you look at your net pay when you get paid. Don't look at your take home pay. You look at your net pay. Okay? And when you look at your net pay, just because you make a certain amount in your net pay, like 100,000 a year, people think they can just go out and don't need this room, like this big old house for one person or two people and a child. They need this great big old house, this brand new, and all of that stuff. And you realize later you got to downsize. There's nothing wrong buying it when you can really, if anything happened and both of y'all got a job that you enjoy doing, or working from home, or you got your own business, and you can handle it and you got backup, cool. But every person from 50 and up don't have backup. Now we just taking a chance quitting our jobs. I know I don't. It just so happened, thank God I have a voucher to live in my senior living apartment. I waited 2 years for that. I was living in my truck for 3 years off and on. And man, I mean, God kept me. And I sure do hate to say, but honey, I ain't had to worry about no rent and stuff. But I never want to go through that again, you know. So that came from when I was taking care of my mom, rest in peace. 2 years ago, she died of dementia. She was 86 and she put me out and stuff, and it was dementia, honey. But still, we couldn't live together. We can talk on the phone all day, but I had a mental breakdown because at 50 I was, excuse me, diagnosed with bipolar 2 disorder. And I've been having it all this while, and both of my families, both sides have mental illness, but it didn't stop them from living and being successful. So anyway, you excuse my eyes. I've been up all morning. I slept all day yesterday, but I do night shift, and I'm getting ready to run errands, and then I probably be getting into bed at 2 o'clock this evening. So I'm like the graveyard. I love it. So anyway, another thing, just live within your means. So if you do quit your job or you lose a job, you wouldn't have to worry about so much, it's fine. Get you a used car, that's good on gas, if it's two or three of y'all, and just try to pay cash for it. and fix it on the way and get no fault, and then if you have a home and it's like a 3 bedroom, there's three of you all, just get, a home that's, if you can get some by income or a voucher, because men and women can get it together, or single parents, single men parents and single women parent, just keep your ear out for your voucher, Section 8. It's nothing to be ashamed of, just thank God for it. And everything is just temporary. If you need to get food stamps, you're in college or whatever, do what you need to do. I'm waiting on dealing with disability. I'm waiting on other things. I got to get my truck fixed, and I have zero income, but thank God, I just have help with my grown children. They'll pitch in, and my mentors and all of that. So, everybody is not, it's not fortunate to have that if they're in another city by themselves. So you just got to really use your head to not live above your means, And I when I was married to my second husband, I didn't work. I was a housewife, I was going through really bad depression, but I was working on our own thing, dealing with radio and blogging, just I was working on projects, trying to get them up, but it didn't work out the way, I really wanted to, but we lived off his income. We were just thankful for that. It wasn't like, we could pay a mansion with it, but we lived the best way we could. We was living in a couple shelter and tried to save up. We ended up getting a little apartment, but it was 600 a month, and light bill. It got to the point we couldn't afford that, and we stayed in a little house and rent a room, and then we stayed in this apartment. They got infested with roaches and stuff. We moved out. Then we stayed with my uncle, rest in peace, for 3 years in his house, and he really didn't want us to move out, but then I wasn't able to look after my mom and try to take care both of my uncles, and when they older, they don't want to listen. So for my mental health, excuse me, for my mental health, I, I couldn't do that. I was getting triggered and stuff. So try to live within your means or below your means, And if you are in a situation where, I have no problem downsizes, excuse me, I have sinus and allergies. And then sometimes it get in my eyes and stuff when I let the window up. But if you need to downsize, go on and do it. I done did it plenty of times. Starting over is wonderful. It's no problem. I done started over so many times in my life. It just helps reinvent you, So if you need to you know, downsize, just do it. You know, do it. It don't matter what people think. You don't know what people doing. They don't. They're not living. They're not even able to live life when they working 2 and 3 jobs a piece to pay for what? You could do it for temporary, like a month or two, and then if you're in school full time, you just got to and to eat. Uh, if you have food stamps, make sure you stock up on frozen vegetables good. But to really start, you need, get the 88 cents corn and English peas, what you like, the vegetables. Keep you some rice. If you like minute rice, keep your rice. So when it get kind of slow, because those noodles, those other noodles that people always eat in college, they are not any good to eat. Don't eat them things. Oh, just try to. Um, I love to get like you get your stamps. You get shredded lettuce, tomatoes, and cheese, or whatever you want to put on there, mayonnaise, mustard, and I make my own sub sandwiches, and I do it without no meat because I want to just part-time vegetarian. Now, vegan, you got to have money for that. So I was a full-time junk food. junkie, but now I'm part time. So I've been doing my what they call it, glow up or whatever you want to. I've been working, walking around my apartment and praising God and working on my glow up, and everything. So and what else? Um, Goodwill. I got this from Goodwill. Well, if you want to go somewhere, evening wear, and it's a little short, uh, you can wear it as a top or whatever. But I get my clothes from Goodwill. Sure do. Goodwill and yeah, they have some nice and my purses and everything. Goodwill. Whatever you need is Goodwill is a great Goodwill is great. And if you want to donate stuff, then you know whatever is Goodwill. Do your spring cleaning. Always clean out stuff you don't, hate a nasty cluttered house, or apartment. Right now, I mean everything is in its place, but I got a little stuff, flowing here and there. But I've seen a person that had a big house and ran out of room to put stuff in the closet, okay? Because they were a hoarder and hoarder that you can get diagnosed for that and have medicine for that, you know. Yeah, I tell you, it's something else. But anyway, um, I thank you for tuning in, and I appreciate my supporters. You're so awesome, and please, if this helped you any, I know this may not be for everybody, but if you know of somebody, please bless them. Share, like, comment, um, subscribe, and hit the notification button every time you get to hear me, load a video up. I appreciate you. I really do. And your makeup and everything. Right now, I was wearing wigs, so I'm just wearing my natural hair. That's easy. And makeup, you can get that from the Dollar Tree, whatever. Like I said, it's not for everybody, mascara. But this stuff I had for a while when I was in Mary Kay. This here is probably about 20 years old. So I don't wear foundation. I just wash my face with water, or once a week, or I use, what you call it? Witch hazel. I clean and what else? I peroxide in the brown bottle. I have to be showing that to you. I wash my mouth out with that once a week. You have to be careful because it's too strong. So I do that because my teeth and everything. I gotta go to the dentist and everything like that. So I'm just grateful. Grateful that we're in our right minds. And how do we know we're in our right minds? Because we can recognize what's going on with us. But when you don't recognize something and somebody else have to tell you, then it's either long term, short term memory, or you going into dementia, and we do have a little mind, we'll forget, like, where are my keys at or whatever. So that's, we do that at times. So anyway, I'll see you on the next video, and have a wonderful, beautiful day. It's beautiful out there. And Jesus love you. Remember, Jesus loves you, and I do too.